What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Nation of Cars podcast. Today is episode Kyle Busch. We made it.
Kevin Conway, baby.
No.
Kevin
Roman
Conway.
Grosjean.
When did Kevin Conway drive the 18 car? That did not
He
happen.
drove the 18 car in the O'Reilly series in I think 2007.
It wasn't called the O'Reilly series in 2007.
Well, that's what it's called now.
The Busch series.
We're all
Exactly,
here
the Busch
today.
series for Kyle Busch.
We are up, we are here, and we are ready to talk about everything.
All right. Well, first of all, we had someone who was actually at the races this weekend. He's being a big racist in real life.
True.
If that's how you want to describe it, then sure, yeah.
He's right
But yeah,
there.
I was not here last week because I was in Chicago the whole week. So yeah, I had a good time. I had a very good time, and kind of like the Indy trip I took a couple of years ago. I would say the race was the worst part about it. But this race was significantly better than Indy, so not that the race was bad, but it was probably my least favorite part of the trip. So
Well, first of all, we had the Doom and Despair Race 400 for the O'Reilly Auto Parts series.
It's the journey that
Chicagoland.
matters.
This race, the weather did not like this race, nor did Connors Village. But yeah,
When did it end?
they didn't have
City,
they didn't have
baby.
practice, and then they got rained out qualifying because for some reason they can't just make practice and qualifying on the same day when they do this thing. Even though Riley already has 50-minute practice sessions, they have to cancel qualifying for some reason. Who cares? I don't know, but they canceled qualifying because it rained on Friday during their practice session, and everyone started by the rule book, which meant that Connor Zillage was on the pole. And this race also got rain delayed like 3 hours or something. I don't know how long, honestly.
I think it was about.
I want to say I'm glad there was a rain delay because the fireworks going off in the background were sick.
Agreed.
That had to be the coolest thing ever, being in the stands.
It was pretty neat, yeah.
Although looking in the stands, you're kind of looking at cornfields, though, I think. So
there's still some fireworks.
No, if you look off to turn 4, there's the IKEA
IKEA data center slop thing. Distribution.
It sounds
center.
like peak.
Whatever. Anyways, yeah, this race just kind of. I was like doing 4th of July things, so I didn't really pay too close of attention to it.
To me, it was kind of it was two of the worst worlds in NASCAR. Like stage 1 and stage 2 were just kind of meh, and then stage 3 was just caution. Like there was no flow. Like stage 1 and stage 2 were just like, had it been normal, had it been like natural green flag pit stops in the works, and I think it would have been fine. But the fact it was just a run and then caution for stage and then run and then caution for stage, it was just kind of like we never really got to see anything play out. And then stage 3 was just a wreck fest, and we never really got to see anything idealize. And I don't know, I thought it was kind of like the two worst things about races kind of put together in one. With that being said, I thought it was still a fine race, but I feel like it could have been a lot better.
Yeah. I think from what I saw, which I watched the entire race without audio, so I don't even know who was on the mic. Was it Dylan Welch or was it Adam Alexander? I don't know.
Adam.
I thought it was like a 6 out of 10, honestly.
It was okay. Nothing.
I'd give it a 5. Yeah, I mean, It was an okay race.
Yeah, but I mean, there was some racing that was cool, and this was the only series that actually got up by the wall this weekend. But other than that, it was just kind of like It just
If
felt
there
like
was-
the race was rain delayed. That's
If
what it
there was
felt.
a race that should have been rain delayed, it needed to be the Cup Series. I think if the Cup Series went off around 7 or so, and that race truly was a night race, I think that race was going to be really good because middle of stage 3 or so, they really started experimenting with the lines, and I think that if it had started, 2 hours later or something, I really think we would have seen something special in it. I thought it was still a pretty good race, regardless. But I think Cup really needed to be rain delayed just because this car races better in the night, and I think O'Reilly races better in the day. So
Yeah.
What was your rating for O'Reilly?
Other than that,
I
it
said
was
a
just
6.
yeah. Other than that, I think Connor Zilic ran out of fuel. Then Zilic had a tire go down. Then Zilic spun out, and then Brandon Jones won the race.
Brandon Jones, Chase Elliott lost straight up to Brandon Jones. Can he please just retire already? Hang it up. You're trash. You're washed. You suck.
a lot of the friends that I went with, this was their first race since the Brickyard in 2022. I've been to several since then, but some of them have not been. So, or 2024, excuse me. So for a lot of my friends, the last 2 O'Reilly winners they've seen have been Riley Herbst and Brandon Jones, which is objectively funny.
That's so peak.
It's so funny too because this is like Brandon Jones' one and only win of 2026. He gets those one races where he just wins every year, and that's it.
He just turns into like prime Dale Earnhardt.
No, that's not what happens. He just turns into like an actually good race car driver for like one race, and then never again.
He's the highest in points at JGR though, is he not?
He is, but like, what are his teammates?
Sure
a guy who started the season as not old enough.
Well, yeah, Britt Cruz would be higher, but like his other 2 teammates already had wins at this point. Like he was still.
What if his
Taylor Gray already
sucks?
I would say 2 of it. I would arguably
by sucking.
Yeah, I would arguably say 2 of his teammates suck.
But oh well. I mean, he's 6th in points. He finally passed the 2 JRM guys who one of them gets swapped out in his car like every other week. Literally wasn't in it this week. So yeah. But he is the highest Toyota, the highest non-Chevy in the standings. The finishers were Brandon Jones, Chase Elliott, Jesse Love, Brett Cruz, Austin Hill, and like who actually cares? Cole Custer got 9th and Connor Silge got 10th. Nick Sanchez 12th in the 87 car.
Sanchez was impressive. Sanchez was very impressive.
This is about what I expected. Is he in? I think he's in the 87 car this weekend in Atlanta too. So
I think he's in it in the ovals.
Defending winner of this race.
That's a good point. He is. I think he's in it for the ovals, and then Green's in it for the road courses.
Do they even have a road course left?
I think they do. I could be wrong.
I don't think so. Because they don't have those one-off races at like Mid-Ohio and Road America anymore, which they should definitely bring back. But, well,
no, they don't. They're done. So yeah, the only road course left is Lime Rock, I guess.
Sad.
No.
Yeah.
For trucks, yeah. For O'Reilly, no.
Yeah, for O'Reilly, they don't have anything left.
I just mean like in as a whole.
Oh.
Well, other than that, your point standings, Justin Allgaier still leads the points, now down to 195 points. Ooh, big scary. Over Jesse Love. Corey Day 3rd, Sheldon Creed 4th, Austin Hill 5th, Brandon Jones moves up to 6th, Carson Kvapil 7th, Sammy Smith 8th, Parker Resloff 9th, Sam Mayer holds the final chase spot in 10th. He is... Good grief. 14 points ahead of Taylor Gray and a good, like a lot of points ahead of Brett Cruz. I wish they would give me an easy way to.
No,
beat
the
this.
cut line is Cruz. There's 12.
Oh,
in the
that's
Yeah,
race.
there's
true.
12.
Never mind. I thought
Yeah.
10 people. Never mind.
That's
Sam Ayer's 10th, Taylor Gray, Brett Cruz, William Sawalich is the first guy out in 13th. Was thinking
By
of
a
trucks for
significant
second.
margin.
Yeah.
I would
It is
be
pretty-
shocked if this chase cut line changes much.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change, honestly. Like, anyone below Raja Karuth is out of luck to make it.
I would say the only thing I could see happening is if Sam Mayer has some sort of collapse. But I don't see William Sawalich making it. I don't see Raja making it. And I think anyone under Raja is just too far out to even have a chance.
And they don't even have good enough, like, consistent speed to actually.
I think Alfredo's figuring it out. I think Viking is figuring
He's
it out.
figuring it out, but he's
I think it's too little, too late.
He's
Yeah.
a little.
He's
like
100 He's over 100
back.
points back. Like that for him, I think it's just that gap is too big. I think they have the speed to make it. If they were 20 back, I would feel confident in Alfredo. I do not feel confident in Alfredo 120 back. So
Yeah. Well, I think that's about it for O'Reilly's. Yeah. So now we move on to.
I don't have that much to say.
I know.
it was a race.
It was a race
It was
of
one
all
of them that
time.
happened. Yes, it was the race of all time.
Yeah.
There are cars,
yeah.
drivers, and a track.
That does
Yeah,
tend to
sure.
happen.
Now we get the Cup race at Chicago. The Connor Zillage depressing.
Yeah, Connor. I'm sure
A
Connor's
half
really-
lap.
Hey, he wrecked less times in this race than he did in the O'Reilly race.
He did.
True.
In fact,
He had a better day. Debatable, actually, but
He finished dead last, and at O'Reilly he finished top 10. I would not say he had a better day.
It just never stops. I mean, same with Ryan
Torture
Priest
City.
too.
I was
It
gonna
just never
say
stops.
nobody's talking about like the torture cities that it's going through RFK right now. Like even Chris Buescher is struggling.
Because it's like not horrible.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Have you ever been shot?
I actually
That's what
haven't. Have
Village is
you?
going through right now.
I
Funky
actually have
Town
not been
delayed
shot. Have you been shot?
rifle.
No.
What?
Okay. I don't know. I would say qualifying third and fourth and then having 20th place pace is pretty
Yeah,
rough.
Brad Keselowski fell to like I don't even know it. He fell like outside.
He
the
fell
top
outside
10.
the top 10 by lap 5.
Yeah, he was outside the
Gosh.
top 10 like on the first half lap. Like I watched him get taken 4 wide in turn 1. I was like, "What's going on?" And then the fateful incident happened again. There's no way it can get worse for Connor Zillage. Right. I say that as we go to Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Also,
He's
I'd like
flying
to point
into
out
the
that Ryan
fence.
Preece is outside the playoffs by less than 25 points. I wonder if something significant happened that involved 25 points earlier this year that was completely justified, and if the same thing happened this week, if said person also got a 25-point penalty. Would you look at that? Shane Van Gisbergen is above the cut line by guess how many points? 25. Interesting. Very interesting.
Well, speaking of things that were interesting, I was a little bit surprised that in this entire race, the outside line never came in.
I think you saw a few guys start using it like around the teens. I think again late, but no,
It wasn't speed though. It was like their car was falling off. Like the fast guys never made it up there.
Like again late on a run. I think if like when the tires got wore out, it's like if you could make it work, you could make just so much time. Kind of like what Larson was doing in 2018. Just because when you're on the bottom, you have to play with the throttle so much, whereas on the top, you can really get it wound up and get a good run. Again, I think this race just needed to be a night race, a true night race, not a we're gonna end right as the sun is setting race. I think that would have made it a lot better. But I thought it was still an overall good race. I thought it was better than the O'Reilly race. I thought it was decent. And again, kind of like I was saying with O'Reilly, we had a natural stage 3 where we got to see everything play out, and what do you know? It almost culminated in a last lap pass. I think 2 more laps, and Bella's there.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I gave this race a 7 out of 10. I thought
I gave it a 7 as well. It was
I thought the finish
7
bumped
I-
it up a rating. So, or the lack
also
of finish.
I know that we love to pad this stat, especially we don't, but NASCAR does love to pad the lead changes. But I think this had 6 more lead changes than the highest. This had the most lead
They
changes
brought it
at
up on the
Chicago by like
broadcast.
6 lead changes. So, I didn't notice that at the racetrack, but it did feel like, mainly because I didn't think, we were, I figured that we were in the 30s for the record, not 23. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a good race. It was a very good race. Just wish it started a little bit later because I would have liked to have seen that top lane come in.
Yeah. Other than the first lap crash, the first real incident was Zane Smith trying to Hocevar, which did not work for either of them. Both of them were running inside the top 15 solidly, and then Zane Smith decided he had had enough of racing and decided to just, move Hocevar up into the wall and himself. So
Rule number 1 of stock car racing. I didn't see what happened until after. In fact, I don't think I saw what happened until Tuesday. I didn't, because I will say one complaint about Chicagoland outside the parking: the TV screens there are tiny. They are so small. It's like trying to read like it'd be like if like the pit box signs that they have.
it's like the
was
GIF of the Ninja Turtles.
They are tiny TV screens. You genuinely could not see what was happening. So I do wish that they had bigger screens. That's my one complaint. But yeah, I did not see what happened until Tuesday with this one. So
They didn't. I don't think anyone knows why it happened though. Still, like I haven't seen any footage.
I think
what happened
Zane Smith was
prior
fed
to
up
it.
with him. I don't know what specifically.
Yeah, but I don't know what from what.
Being
Like,
Hocevar.
was there
I mean, they
something
raced
Hocevar
together in
did on a
trucks. He's
restart
raced
or
with him.
something? Like
He's raced with him for 5 years. I mean, same thing with Ryan Preece. We don't know what specifically transpired between him and Gibbs, but it's Ty Gibbs. He's probably done a couple of things to Preece that's pissed him off. Hocevar's probably
we
done a
did
couple
see
of
what
things to
happened to
Zane
Ty
Smith
Gibbs
that's
and
pissed him off.
Preece.
So
We did see what happened to Preece and Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs just sent it into turn 1 and washed up the track.
well, Preece was saying, Preece said that's like the 3rd or 4th time he's done something to him. It's like we haven't seen the other things that have transpired before that, but I didn't see anything. It's like, it's Ty Gibbs. It's probably happened. Same thing here. It's Carson Hocevar. It's definitely happened. So
it's going to be interesting though, because both these drivers are going to be running up front this weekend at Atlanta at some point.
More than likely.
So, we'll see what transpires there.
I don't think anything transpires here. If anything, it's going to be. I think if you really don't see retaliation at super speedways, you might see aggressive blocks and stuff like that, but I think that's just everybody gets one of those. It's not going to be them looking at each other, looking for each other. So I don't think you see anything too crazy this weekend as far as that goes. As far as the racing goes, yes. As far as retaliation between the two goes, no, I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, the second thing that happened this weekend was SVG decided to give a little payback to Hillbilly Hill.
Love to see it.
Yeah. Finally,
despite the
did
tangent
it.
I just went off, I'm very glad it happened. I just really wish NASCAR didn't set a dumb precedent, because you know what Shane Van Gisbergen didn't do to Ty Gibbs didn't do to Austin Hill. He sure as hell didn't cut him a break, and that's the entire reason Ryan Preece got a penalty, is he didn't cut Ty Gibbs a break. That was the definition of no breaks given. But
I
guess
just don't get the precedent. I just don't
the precedent
understand
was
it.
horrible. It's a terrible precedent to set because we can look at 20 different instances of this year alone of people not cutting other people breaks, and it's like, should all of those be 25-point penalties? No, they shouldn't. I hate the precedent that they've set. And yes, there's a 60 door behind me that I got Ryan Preece to sign this weekend. Obviously, I'm biased, but
Wow,
but you're correct.
bragging.
Yeah,
but you're correct. The precedent that's been
but
set.
this is a horrible precedent, and I really thought that they were going to do the right thing and change it, and instead, no. Not only did they not change it, again, they gave us this terrible precedent, and I don't know. It doesn't make sense. This one is by every letter of the law. The only difference between these two, there's two differences. One, SVG did not come over the radio and say, "I'm going to dump Austin Hill," and B, we are for certain that SVG actually did hit Austin Hill. Still have zero clue whether or not Ryan Preece's bumper actually touched Ty Gibbs' car. That's So I don't know, but whatever. I mean,
Pretty much.
I hope that for everything it's worth, I do hope that that was an isolated incident with Preece, and that just doesn't happen again, and that we move on. But I don't know. It's NASCAR. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again.
I just think
soon.
ever since like the Bubba Wallace right hook, NASCAR's been just kind of stupid about intentional crashes because like
I don't think they've been stupid per se. Because I mean,
They've
other
been
than
really NASCARing these calls. That's what they've been doing.
like the right hooks, I get that. That's fine. Suspend them for a race, cool. I'm okay with that. But then like everything else, it's stupid. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I
mean,
think
they weren't
if
even.
you're going to, if they're going to penalize people, there needs to be two things. One, there needs to be like a narrative, and two, it needs to be a flat out dump. Like they need to know 100% they went into the corner knowing full well what was going to happen, and it's like you cannot prove that with Ryan Preece, and I don't know. You can kind of prove that with SVG, but even that one I wouldn't say isn't like fully intentional.
Yeah.
There was some intent to it, but I more so think SVG just wanted to knock him out of the way. And I mean, if you look at the score, it's still 3-1 Austin Hill. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what I'm surprised about actually is that there was no penalty for what happened under caution later when Austin Hill door swiped SVG pretty hard.
That was significant contact. That was
Yeah, and they've given Bubba Wallace a penalty at Chicago for doing that to Alex Bowman under caution.
I think the Wallace penalty was because his window net was down or whatever.
It still
it was dumb. But
my point is that they've given people penalties in the past for giving contact under caution before. I don't remember when, but it happened recently in one of the series that someone did that.
I mean, William Byron spun out Denny Hamlin in the infield.
Yeah. I mean, this wasn't
that wasn't a points penalty, but I could go on.
It was, and then
they didn't see it,
and then they rescinded it. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like NASCAR just doesn't know like when to put their foot down for some reason. They always just stutter over themselves, and just there needs to be a reset.
I'll say this
physical.
I'll say this so that everybody knows where I stand, because you're like, oh, you're a biased Ryan Preece fan. There is yet to be a wreck this year that should have warranted points or fines. There is yet to be one. Yeah. There has been zero incidents this year that you could look at and say that person should have gotten a penalty. That is yet to happen this year. So if we're setting Ryan Preece as a standard, I would say there's probably 15 wrecks this year that should have been points penalties. If we're setting SVG as a precedent, I would say there's probably only 2 or 3 that should have been penalties this year. Maybe not even that many. But the way it should be, there have been none. We should yet to have talked about somebody getting penalized for intentionally wrecking someone. And the fact that there has been one is absolutely ridiculous at the barest of minimums. So,
Yeah. Well, speaking of spinning, Kyle Larson done self-spun himself.
This was a
Later in the race.
generational Luke hate watch.
this was a generational hate watch until you realize that the highest finishing driver of the 6 people I have favorited on the NASCAR app.
I'm not
the
saying it's a
highest
love watch, bro. It's a
I'm
hate
just saying,
watch.
the highest finishing driver of the 6 on the NASCAR app that I have favorited was Todd Gilliland. Okay? And I think
Oh,
You
he's
16th
can't
place.
get everything, bro.
I don't want everything. I want one Roush win in the last 2 years. Is that enough to ask for? Is that so much
That's
to
too
ask for?
much.
Yes.
That's a lot,
Apparently.
bro.
Way too
Yeah,
much.
but what I was surprised about, not that Larson spun out or anything, I was not surprised about that, but I was surprised about the fact that Hendrick decided not to put the air jacks on their car, so that in case of a spin out that Larson does quite a lot recently, at these mile-and-a-half tracks on restarts and whatnot with cold tires, they did not have air jacks so that he could not drag off the entire diffuser off the car and get him out quickly out of the grass. Like, they were literally one of the slowest cars on track after this incident. I don't know why Hendrick decided not to put these air jacks on the car, but they did, and it cost Larson probably a top 20. He probably could have gotten back inside the top 20, but no, he was 2 laps down, finished. I don't even know where he finished at the end of this race.
He was. I mean, we were watching him because one of our friends was a Larson fan. He got passed by who would it even been? Who was
44 car?
Who was? Yes, he got passed by the
JJ.
44 car on pace like multiple times, and it's not because he had old stuff. Multiple times he was on par with the 44.
Yeah, that diffuser.
I don't think that was that they. Maybe it was them dragging it or whatever or what, but whatever happened to that car under that spin, that car was not the same. So
yeah, they didn't even tow it back. He drove around the track.
yes,
Yeah, that like dragged the diffuser.
Completely off. I mean, I don't know what Hendrick is
Same
thinking
thing.
there,
Same
but
thing happened to Ryan Preece. I mean, he went 4 laps down under that first caution because they towed him back. He got back to the lead lap by the beginning of stage 2, which is crazy. But I mean, he was a 30th place car. He restarted 6th at one point. I think it was late stage 2, and by the end of the stage, he was back in the 30s already. So they were getting the splitter dragged or getting the diffuser dragged killed both those cars. So
you know what would fix this?
I don't know how much
You
it
know
killed
what
the
would
60
fix
car. I'm
it?
not sure how much of a car there was to begin with, but for sure it killed the 5. So
Well, the last big thing that happened of bad luck in this race was Tyler Reddick having a piece of something fall through his radiator, and ended up finishing. I don't even know, like 30 laps down or something.
36th, I think.
Yeah. He finished 36, but he finished a ton of laps down. Again, he's running top 10, gets something stupid happen, and he's out of the race.
I put this on Twitter a couple weeks ago, and I kind of worded it in a poor way, but I think that they should look back at a race. I think it was Nashville, where they got wrecked across the line. Was that Nashville or was that Michigan?
Yeah, that was Nashville.
Nashville. He got wrecked across the line, and it's like if that wreck happens 150 feet earlier, he's probably finishing 20th, and instead he comes home like 6th. It's like, man, that is something they're going to look back on and be appreciative. And sure enough, now we've had 4 of the last 5 finishes for him have been outside the top 25.
Horrible.
3 straight outside the top 25. Like, yeah, I mean, imagine if Nashville was also in the 20s, like he's looking at like a 70-point gap to Denny Hamlin rather than, what is it, 40 right now?
I said this when it happened, well, when the radiator happened, but I was like, that natural crash was like God saying, "Your luck has run out, buddy," because it was
I mean, even
after
then,
the
it was
start
still
finish
lucky because,
line.
like, even then, I mean, yes, it was unfortunate because that was
Yeah.
like a very hard hit, but it was still pretty lucky because, like, man, he got right hooked into the wall and he didn't lose a single spot. Like,
Yeah. Well,
but
since that race, he's gotten a second place finish um, at Pocono, and the rest of them have had incident related accident or things
I think
happen.
it's been a tale of two lucks because not to say that he got lucky the first half of the season.
They just had everything
Um,
go right.
he had everything go right. Yes, that is the right way of putting it. Daytona, I don't know that he wins that race without Riley Herbst's terrible block. It's close. It's close for sure. Atlanta, I don't know what happened in that crash, but something helped the car out there. Coda, he was outright the best driver that day. Darlington, he was outright the best driver that day. But they had problems at Darlington, and they were able to resolve them quickly. Like I think Hamlin said it. Like uh, through like the first 5 races of the year, he had 4 wins at that point. Correct? Or maybe it was the first 6 races, and he had 4 wins.
Yeah, something like that.
He had only led like 220 something laps, and it's like that many laps led. It's like you
Most of that
probably
was
get
at Coda too.
you probably get 1 or 2 wins, and yeah, most of those were at Coda. Like with that many laps led, like you probably normal situations, you might have 1 win, you might have 2. Very rarely do you lead that few laps and have 4 wins. So it has been a story of two different outcomes. Because again, yeah, at the beginning it was everything is going right for Tyler Reddick, and now it's just everything is going wrong for them.
Yeah.
So hey,
I mean,
if there's a place to flip your luck, I wouldn't say it's Atlanta, but he's finished top 5 the last 2 races there. So
just
wanted in the
gotta avoid
spring.
the crash, which he's been unable to do the last few
Again,
weeks.
that seemed to help him in the spring, not
It
avoiding the
did.
crash.
It did, but it
Yeah.
was like really lucky. I mean, just that's like a one in the way the car hit. It actually helped the aerodynamics because
Tell
it.
me about it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see that.
I don't see him doing well, but fuck, I'm gonna jinx it, and he's gonna do really well.
Anyways, the final thing that happened in this race was Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell battling it out at the end. Not with Denny Hamlin. Finally, this is the first race Denny Hamlin did not look like the best car. Basically, the entire race, he did never look like the best car. Honestly, I mean, Byron won both stages. Um, Larson looked a little bit faster than Hamlin, even, and then at the very end of the race, both Bell and Briscoe were a lot better
The
than he
two
was.
monkeys.
So yeah, um, but yeah, Briscoe beat Bell after he hit a little arrow block into turn 1 and 2 on that final lap. Basically, cost Bell any chance of winning.
So I stopped
Which
paying attention after he hit the fence. Did Hamlin lose any spots after slapping the wall? I don't think he did he?
he actually passed Byron at the end.
He passed Byron back?
Yeah,
Holy moly. Okay. I was
Byron's
like,
car fell
I don't
off on
know.
that
Yeah,
long
I don't
run.
know what happened because they only pit like what 2 laps earlier than everyone else. Like it was it. I did not think it was long enough for them to fall off that hard. But
The only
yeah, with
Hendrick car
about
that was
15 to
actually
go, it was getting kind of stale. And then
yeah,
about 15 to go, we started like looking at the times and we're like, oh, like Briscoe and Bell are coming, or it was Hamlin and Bell are coming. Like
Yeah.
they're on their way.
Mhm.
And yeah,
I mean, the Toyotas just had the long run speed off of everyone, um, but the way that the stages worked, that final stage was just slightly longer than the first two. Byron's car could hold on for the first two stages, but the final stage no luck. A little bit too long for those tires to last. But the only Hendrick car that could actually, relatively keep pace with those Toyotas was the 48 of Alex Bowman somehow. I don't know where he started on that final restart, but he was outside the top 10. I know that. He might have been 11th. And he drove his way all the way up to a top 5 finish. About 8 seconds back, I think, of the leaders. And he remained about 8 seconds back almost that whole run. Wasn't really closing in or anything, just kind of like hovered around 8.5 to 8.7. And yeah. Good finally a great day for Alex Bowman where he wasn't completely silent. And he's actually had 2 good weeks in a row, top 10 at Sonoma and 5th place here. Going to a racetrack he pushed his teammate to a win to last year.
Too soon, man.
Totally gonna make the chase.
Too soon.
Totally.
Anyways, I know some people are saying, "Oh, well, watch out for Alex Bowman." Absolutely not, bro.
No.
He is not going
No.
to be competitive on those
No.
short tracks at all.
Bookmark it. Bookmark it. We'll see you next week.
I was the one that initially said, "Oh, I think Bowman could probably make it."
I
No.
know
don't.
you thought he was gonna pass Suarez in points. I remember.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, Suarez is only whatever. That's
Suarez is in front of William Byron in the points right now.
he is in fact in front of William Byron, but
Watch Bowman win
some
Iowa.
that is
He is
never going
not.
to happen. That is Ryan Blaney's playground or William Byron. Both of them. But yeah, Ryan Blaney's definitely winning Iowa. Anyways, your top finishers, I mean, other than those top 5, like Corey Heim finished 9th. Good job to him. Bud Wallace got the fastest lap, finished 6th. Riley Herbst 10th. Joey Logano, second best Penske car, finished 12th after being a top 30 car early in the race. And Austin Cindric somehow finished 13th after looking like one of the better Penske cars in practice. I guess, bro. Eric Jones was battling steering issues mid-race and drove his way all the way back up to 15th. The GOAT. And Todd Gillen
You want to
finished
talk about
16th.
humbling, man. There was a restart, I think, at the end of stage 1, where Logano was 2nd, and he fell to like the 30s. Now he stayed out, like he was on old stuff, but he stayed out. And
I mean,
Chris
Cindric was on the same strategy as he was, and he stayed top
yes,
5.
but Chris was like 17th, and we were watching him. He drove to like 5th or he drove to 6th because it was stage 1. Yeah, he drove to 6th place on new stuff, and I was like, oh, we're in for a good run. And Logano fell to 30th. That was the only thing I laughed at all day was the fact that Joey Logano fell to 30th. Yeah, that was a humbling moment for sure.
Love to see it.
Other than that, I mean, Chris Buescher finished 19th, as Luke was depressed about earlier.
Yeah.
AJ Allmendinger outran all the Trackhouse cars.
Again.
Tractor.
Someone free him. Someone free him.
Someone
He
free
needs to be
Tractor
free.
House.
Who's freeing track? Pitbull.
That's
Pitbull.
true. Well, other than that, your
Celebrity
point
endorsements.
standings, Denny Hamlin is now 44 points ahead of Tyler Reddick. And 113 points ahead of Ryan Blaney. Now, do you guys think Ryan Blaney can put together these short tracks to break that gap?
Is there like 3 or 4?
Hamlin.
How many?
He's finished top 10 like 7 in a row now, I think is what it is.
And these mile and a half are
so
not
consistent. And like we're going to Atlanta.
Then we got
7 of his last 8
Wilkesboro.
races there have been top 10s. Then we go to Wilkesboro, flat short track. You know Penske loves those. Indy is gonna. I think Indy is gonna be where Reddick pulls back on him. But then once after What's after Indy?
Richmond, I think.
Iowa, Richmond,
Yeah.
New Hampshire, Daytona.
Daytona.
Three
That's
of those
Penske.
are short, flat racetracks. And then Daytona. Who won at Daytona last year? Ryan Blaney. Like this, I would be shocked if it's no, I wouldn't be shocked, but I'd be shocked if Blaney isn't within 20 points. But come the playoffs, I would be surprised if Blaney isn't within 20 points of Reddick.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, we'll have to see how bad or good the Fords are on these short tracks because we haven't had one in a while. And earlier this year, obviously, I
mean, Ryan Blaney had to go through 2 pit road woes and still
won Phoenix.
Won the race. I mean, that was probably the most, I said it at the time, that's one of the most impressive drives I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I would be amazed if he's not close.
I almost can guarantee he's going to win Iowa. Other than that,
I wouldn't bookmark it, but I would bookmark a top 5 at Iowa. I'd bookmark a top 10 at Richmond, and I'd bookmark a top 5 at New Hampshire.
Top 10 at Richmond, he's going to be at least top 3. I mean,
I don't know, but I feel like Richmond's kind of the equalizer. Like that's the one.
It is, but
that's the one short track win at Richmond.
He's winning.
Yeah, that's the one short track flat that other people seem to have figured out. Whether it be Dylan for some reason, JGR is pretty good there. Whereas like Iowa and New Hampshire, it's like Blaney, maybe some of Penske, and then only a handful of others. Whereas Richmond's more kind of wide open on who's going to be faster.
Yeah. Well, after Ryan Blaney in third, Ty Gibbs fourth, 137 back, and then I think beyond that, I don't see anyone catching the top spot. I mean,
I don't see
Ty Gibbs is
doing it either.
I don't think he is, but he is 137.
He's within striking distance.
So
if he started running like he did the first 10 races of the year, I could see it.
Yeah.
But he got that win and has just been quiet ever since.
He's
not a
quiet.
good quiet.
I wouldn't say it's but he's still fourth. So
I wouldn't say it's a good quiet. I wouldn't say it's a bad quiet either. It's just a, like you gotta come around mid. But again, he's still fourth in points. So
never speak ill of Ty Gibbs.
I don't care. He's mid.
I will speak ill of Ty Gibbs all I want.
Same.
But yeah, I mean, Elliott, Larson, 180, 181 back. No, they're not going to do anything.
But that is going to be a fun battle to the end of the season.
That will be 100%. I agree.
And I do want to throw in, we got like little battles going on. We got Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, 5th, 6th. Chris Buescher, Chase Briscoe, 7th and 8th, very close. Then Hocevar, Bell, Suarez, and Byron are all really close for 9th to 12th. And that's a huge difference if you want to be having a greater chance of actually competing for a championship.
Each of those
which I think
5 points.
Yeah. Which I think Christopher Bell, out of all of those, has the best shot. He's got the most speed every week to keep up with Hamlin and Reddick. He just has had 4 DNFs this year.
I think you're starting to see Spire kind of fall off a little bit.
Yeah.
Like we were kind of wondering, like maybe not all of us, but I mean, I was
the only thing that's keeping Hocevar up as high as he is he's still got 0 DNFs this year, which is very surprising.
Somehow. I mean, I guess it's what he told Cletus at Daytona. If you cause the wreck, you're probably not going to be in it. So.
Exactly. But yeah, Suarez with his 1 DNF is 11th points. Byron 12th. He's got a good margin over Bubba Wallace in 13th, who has a very solid margin over Shane Van Gisbergen in 14th. Austin Cindric moves up to 15th. Eric Jones up to 16th, back in the chase. And Ryan Preece, first guy out, 17th. Joey Logano, second guy out. And AJ Allmendinger, 19th, ahead of Brad Keselowski. I think beyond that, it's going to be really hard for anyone to make it. McDowell and Chastain haven't shown speed. So,
I mean, even Keselowski, it's like, man, they've struggled the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
He's 20 points out.
But he's still not that far out.
No, he's 20 points out And also to note on AJ, he's not 19th. He's actually tied 18th. So
Yes, he's
So
tied
that's-
16 points back of that cutoff line.
mhm.
Imagine
Can he
makes
make it?
in
If
with
if he
his
could make the chase
no
over
factory support
2
Chevy.
Penske cars, that would be
So actually,
shocking.
we talked about doing this earlier, and I don't think we ever officially did it. Who's in and who's out of the chase? Who do you have? And I'll start so I can give y'all some time to think about it. I will start. I think SVG's out. I don't think he has. I don't think he has the oval prowess just yet. I think SVG's out, and I think Eric Jones is out.
Let me see.
And I'm gonna move in Ryan Preece. And as much as I don't want to, I think he gets a win. I think he has the points. I'm gonna move in Joey Logano.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd just say it's down to like if Shane
I think
Van
you're really looking
Gisbergen,
from like 13th to 20th.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think everybody above 13, you can probably pencil them in. And I think everybody beneath Brad, they're going to need some sort of miracle. So
Yeah, they're gonna need a big change of pace. Specifically, looking at that one car and pace.
I was
Yeah,
looking
I
at the
think it's
71
just
and the
gonna-
1.
I think you're probably right with this.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
say
think SVG needed like 25 more points at the road courses. Getting back to
Yeah.
Coronado, I think kind of derailed that whole thing.
I mean, I think SVG can have the opportunity to be better on the short tracks, but at the same time, it's so bipolar. Like, he was good at Nashville, but that was because he qualified well because the qualifying was rained out. I don't think he had, like, really.
Oh, I expected so
stellar
much
speed.
more because, like, at Charlotte, a mile and a half at night, he ran really good. At Kansas, the last couple of years, that's really been his best oval.
And then this weekend, he was just complete garbage.
And yeah, this
Again.
weekend it was just absent.
I just don't trust him.
So Tate, you think like I do? You think SVG?
Yeah,
Jones out, and
SVG
then
out, and then Logano, and
I think it
Preece.
comes down. I think it's going to come down to Jones and Logano. I think it's going to be very close between the two.
Yeah,
I think the difference is Joey's going to find a win somewhere. It might be at Daytona. It might be this weekend. It might be one of the short flat tracks. But
It's going to come down.
Some
it's
way.
going to come down to Jones and Logano. I just don't. I haven't seen the speed out of Legacy Motor Club on the short tracks this year to tell me that they're going to could be able to compete
I've ever seen
with Penske.
speed out of Legacy at short tracks.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Jones is a short track racer. That's the only thing that I'm thinking of. But
a short track racer can only do so good in a legacy car, bro.
Legacy Motor Club
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I would say it's probably going to be SVG out, Austin Cindric in, and it's going to be probably between Ryan Preece and Joey Logano, honestly, in my opinion, to make it.
Yeah.
It's all. I would say our picture is going to be way more clear when we get to North Wilkesboro and see what happens there, because that's the first short track.
I would say once we get through Indy, once the in-season tournament's over, I think we're gonna have a good idea. I think we're gonna be able to narrow it from like right now. Again, I think we're looking 13th to 20th. By that point, we might be closer to like 14th and 18th or something like that. But then again, it's so close between 17th to 20th. Who knows? It might just not. But
yeah. Well, I think that's it for NASCAR. We spent quite a bit of time talking about that Cup race, but I think for good reason, as it's finally not the only on-track action that we have to be talking about. And whoever won the race, we actually get to talk about the things surrounding the race.
So yeah, I gave it a 7. You gave it a 7 as well, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you give it, Tate?
7.
7's
by
all
USV.
around.
7. 7's all right.
One last question, real quick. If you had to choose to have 2 dates for Chicagoland, would you?
No.
I think every track
I
should
would
be
go
1 day.
I would go. I don't even. they're talking about returning to the street course. I don't even want to do that. I mean, the whole point of the street course was let's explore new markets by going and racing at different street courses across America.
Here comes
So
the
we're going to go
money.
to Chicago for 3 years, go to a naval base, which put on a much better race than any of the Chicago races, by the way, and then go back to Chicago, even though we're going to Chicago 3 months later, 2 months later. Because right now, proposed idea apparently is the week after the 600. So we're going to go to Chicago at the beginning of June and then go to Chicago at the beginning of July. That doesn't make sense to me.
It's just they're two different markets. So
They are two different markets, yes, but
and I
I
think
still
I
think
think
a lot
having
of
the
the
street
people
race
I
would
think
be
a
a good
lot of the people that went to the
opportunity.
street race are going to go to Chicagoland as well, and a lot of the people that went to Chicagoland are going to go to a street race.
Yeah.
I think
What
that
I'm
if you're going to
thinking
have a
of
street race on the schedule, it needs to be in an area where there's no racing going on as far as NASCAR goes, which is why I
well,
think
what I'm
Coronado was a
thinking
great
of at
idea.
least with two of these races being in the same place pretty close to each other is Coda and Texas Motor Speedway being about a month and a half apart. And both of those races have had a boom in attendance the last few years.
Yeah, but I mean, there's
So-
still that's still a lot of that's a lot of land area between the two and a lot of different of the population. I mean,
Yeah,
yes, but
Chicago's
I mean,
bigger.
there's a whole lot different between Joliet to Chicago than there is Dallas, Fort Worth to Austin. That is two completely different things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But, anyways, I don't think it would be that bad. And
I don't know. I don't think it would be bad, but if we're gonna have a street race, I would prefer to go somewhere that does not have any racing within 2-3 hours. I would love to see a street course in Denver. I would love to see something up in like Oregon or Washington, Seattle or something.
Seattle road course. I mean street course.
Portland.
Yeah, a Portland or Seattle or a Denver.
I just
can't
don't
think
know
of much else.
where
I would
in those cities.
I would prefer them go to Coronado before they go to
Yeah.
to Chicago.
Yeah.
That
Like-
Coronado put on a much better race than Chicago ever did. So
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I feel like they should be announcing the schedule next year pretty soon. It's getting around that time again where they usually do it.
I would say by the time the in-season tournament wraps up, we
Yeah.
should probably be expecting schedule drop.
Anyways, I think we
Also,
should move
one
on.
more thing I wanted to pivot on. They said this at the tweet up. The reason that we are not going to Montreal is because it is too much. They are asking for too much money. So don't expect Montreal on the schedule.
Typical French
Yep.
people.
Yep.
We need the money.
So yeah, that's why we have not gone to Montreal yet, and probably why we will not go to Montreal for a long time. They want money, so.
Horrible.
And NASCAR's cheap. So
I don't think they're
Anyways.
cheap.
$1 billion company. Okay.
anyways, the next race that happened this weekend was F1 Silverstone.
If you want to call that a race.
I watched about half of it before I had to go do something, but I watched the full sprint race and actually I don't remember it, so maybe I didn't watch it. Anyways, Kimi Antonelli beat Lewis Hamilton in the sprint race. That's all that happened really. But yeah, we actually had a pass for the lead in the sprint race. That's crazy. And then the regular race, Lewis Hamilton jumped the start, got a penalty, and beyond that, nothing happened for a bit until Kimi Antonelli had a broken part on his car where he had to leave the track a few times trying to get it off, and then they didn't realize what the broken part was, and then they finally pit again to get the part off. So just the Kimi Antonelli, Kim Kardashian towel curse is real, guys.
Oh my gosh, bro. I remember when you
it's
sent me
real.
that. I was like, what is this?
It's real. Anyways,
Sure.
I just Yeah, it's been a tough stretch for Antonelli, but he's still got the points lead, so bag on that. Other than that, I saw Verstappen crash from third place again. And the race did not restart because the safety car did not go in on
I
the
love
lap
the
they were supposed to
FIA.
restart.
Peak.
Don't you just love the FIA? Don't you love
I
all the
love
racing
them.
series they put out? Aren't they all
I love
fantastic?
them. I
good.
love them,
If
bro.
only they were in NASCAR.
So because we got home from Chicago late on Saturday, probably like 1:30 or so. Also, one of my friends got Taco Bell drinks spilled all over them. She got a Baja Blast straight
Baja
to the
Blast?
face.
Yeah.
Yep.
Baja
So
Blast.
You know
that
the
was fun to work out.
pour
So
a dirty
we probably
Baja
didn't get
on
home
yourself
until
challenge.
yeah, true. We didn't get home till probably like 2 in the morning, and so I woke up
Ooh.
right as Verstappen crashed. So if I had to give this race a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably go 0 because the FIA sucks. So yeah, that's what I give this race.
4.
Robbery in
Yeah, it was
daylight.
probably a 4.
My rating does not count, by the way, because I didn't watch the race. But if I did, it probably wouldn't change that much. Because
I would say it was probably a 4 because
All right.
the racing
4 out of
was okay, but this was also a race where the battery engine shenanigans could rear its head pretty, like a lot. Like you could
Bro,
see like the
imagine
car
when they
super
get to
clipping.
Monza.
Oh yeah,
I really don't.
I don't
Cars
really
are gonna
want to
go
imagine
ramping
it.
off each other like crazy.
Yeah,
I just
they
remembered we also watched
just run
we
the oval
watched
at this point.
we watched Driven for the
The
first time over the
oval?
trip, and that was an experience. I have questions for Denny Hamlin on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Oh,
watched Driven, and all I can think of is Max Pappas driving over the nose cone of somebody and flying 40 feet in the air, and I can imagine that's probably what Monza's going to look like at some point.
The
So-
car
Monza.
flying in slow motion while the other cars fly past.
Oh
at
no, that
full
was
speed.
the big crash. No,
I know
Max
that's a
Pappas,
different one.
yeah, Max Pappas flying in the air. I don't even think that they threw a caution for that one. If you've
Why
never
would
seen
they?
Driven 2001, watch it. It's a movie, and somehow it's Denny Hamlin's favorite racing movie. I don't know where, why, or how, but
Monza Oval.
it's a movie for all right.
I think it's Kyle Larson's favorite movie too.
That does not
Should-
surprise me.
Okay.
That would not
So
surprise
it's
me.
got
in
the Monza
slightest.
Oval in it.
you can't hear me? Anyways.
Oh, that's the
Um,
one with Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, I've seen clips of that.
Yes. You've
Anyways,
seen clips
who
of
won
it.
the F1 race? It was Charles Leclerc. He did
What?
nothing.
Oh,
Crazy.
The do nothing driver does nothing and wins.
That's crazy. And George Russell, the other do nothing driver, finished second. And then the guy that does everything finished third, Lewis Hamilton. Lando Norris fourth. Isaac Hadjar fifth. And Liam Lawson and Arvid Lindblad finished sixth and seventh. Cool day for them. Kimi Antonelli fell outside the points to 15th after he got a 5-second penalty for leaving the track too many times with his broken car, which he argued on the radio very sadly. But my car was broken. I'm so sad. Which I could feel for him, but too bad, I guess. Anyways, George Russell's probably going to end up winning the championship because the world hates us.
Oh,
no.
I don't think
we live
so.
in the worst possible timeline.
Anyways, it's
What's the
actually
gap
pretty
now?
close now, guys. It's pretty close. With Kimi Antonelli's issues, he's 179 points. George Russell with 154, Lewis Hamilton with 147, and Charles Leclerc 108.
Charles
Yeah.
Leclerc got that.
Here's the thing: you realize that that George Russell winning the championship requires George Russell to be a competent race car driver.
Well, when his teammates getting absolutely stabbed in the back every 5 seconds, I feel like he's got the best car, and his teammates having issues that are out of
But
his
he's
teammates'
George
control.
Russell.
And
Which one's worse? Which one's worse, having everything go wrong for you or being George Russell? I'd argue George Russell is worse.
well, we are going to Belgium this next race, so that's probably going to be another race where the battery rears its ugly head.
Yeah, and Russell's going to make a stupid move up a Rouge and probably kill someone.
Whatever. It's not this weekend.
Bookmark it, whatever it is.
Mental note.
Anyways, I think that's pretty much all for F1. Yeah.
As usual.
We'll see what the championship does in the future,
we spent
but
40 minutes, 45 minutes on NASCAR and about 10 on F1.
yeah, well, like,
And
what are
we'll
you supposed
spend
to
even
talk
less
about?
time on Mid-Ohio.
No. Probably will.
Priorities.
But
Who watched it?
now we're talking about IndyCar at Mid-Ohio. I would say this is a pretty good race, actually, all things considered.
I'm gonna
for
drop
going
this pen
caution
and
free.
Tate's gonna catch it. Tate, catch the
Okay.
pen.
Oh,
It's so delayed.
got it.
Wow.
That was so delayed. But he's got the pen.
We were planning this out for like 15 minutes.
Just
What
for it to
was that a good bit? Was that
I'm
a good
upset
bit?
I was at the racetrack because this seemed like, just from qualifying alone, this seemed interesting. We were at Chili's because of the rain delay for
Ride the
O'Reilly's.
Dente?
Yeah, we were riding the
Ride
Dente.
Dente.
I actually wasn't because I don't drink alcohol, but and I was also the driver, so even more so I was not. But so one of my friends was reading off like the qualifying order, and I was like, it's like, oh, we gotta watch this race. But then you realize, oh, we're at the racetrack tomorrow. We're not watching this race. But
Yeah,
this seemed like a very interesting race.
it was. It actually was. Alex Palou was far from being the best car, which is something you can't say every day anymore. But yeah, Atto Award breaks his winless streak and wins at McLaren in the same week that his teammates are being just removed to the shadow realm. One of them deserved, the other guy a little bit questionable. But yeah, Christian Lundgaard mostly dominated this race, but just didn't have it there at the end. Allowed Palou to get, or not Palou, Award to get by. I don't know why I always mess up these two guys' names, but Award to get by, and yeah, both of them led very similar amount of laps, with Lundgaard leading 41, Award leading 45. But yeah, Award ended up winning. Christian Lundgaard finished second. It's a 1-2 for McLaren Racing. Kyle Kirkwood finishes third, eats into Alex Palou's point lead just ever so slightly. And Reynes VK in the Juncos Collier racing car finishes fourth. Great day for that guy. Had a top three going. They had an issue on the pit stop. It looked like just a little bit slow. But yeah.
At least
But,
Mexico won something for the weekend.
Yeah, it did. Everyone is getting a little bit too confident after this win, saying, won't be the first Mexico win today. I was like, hold your horses. And
Yep.
yeah,
Then that happened.
the Cum squad gone in one fell swoop.
Mexico was the closest, though.
Yeah, Alex Palou finished fifth, Will Power sixth, and Christian Rasmussen, the road course absolute dog poop on road courses, finishes seventh, beats David Malukas, beat all the Penske cars. Good job, Christian Rasmussen. Other than that, I mean, Nolan Siegel actually got a top 10, guys. This is like Riley Herbst doing well
I was gonna
after
say
his teammates
this is
are like battling for the championship. This
is
guy,
like Riley Herbst finishing top 10 on Sunday, and everyone's like, "Wow,
At
look at Riley
Chicagoland.
Herbst at the top 10!" And the
Yeah.
only Toyotas he beat are his teammate who blew a radiator and the 2 legacy cars. It's like, oh, he finished 10th, and his teammates are 1-2. It's always funny like that.
yeah. But yeah, it's the same idea there. Yeah. I thought it was a good race. I gave it a 7 out of 10, honestly. I thought it was a really good race. For being caution-free, I think this is about as good as a race you can get. Again, IndyCar has been winning lately very, very a lot.
Only they knew how
I
to
can't stop
advertise
winning.
themselves.
Yeah.
Did anyone else watch it?
What? The race? IndyCar.
I'm gonna take that as a no.
No.
I barely did.
Yeah, Tate's such a
I was
larper.
barely paying attention.
But anyways, now the points lead is down to 56. Not a race yet. I guess a race is 53 points, but sometimes the winner gets less than that. I don't know why. Someone explained to me the IndyCar point system. But yeah, 56 points back. Kyle Crockett is of Alex below. Christian Lundgaard is third, 65 back. David Maluka is fourth, 66. And beyond that, you're not catching Alex below no matter what you say. Yeah, it's over for you if you're beyond that. Yeah. Good race. Good races.
Yeah, the
But
last
yeah.
IndyCar race was really good, so I'm assuming this one was similar or even better.
Yeah. And now we go to Nashville Superspeedway in 2 weeks. Right after
Nah,
the
we'll
World
never
Cup
do it all
final,
again.
which is gonna be peak.
It's gonna be viewers know that the World Cup is rigged. I'm joking.
True.
It's not rigged.
I am very excited for that IndyCar race at Nashville, especially since it's right after the World Cup final. So just imagine the TV number that's going to be in for that IndyCar race. Probably going to be up there with the best of the season. It's probably not going to be Indy 500, but I wouldn't say it's not going to be every other race outside of Daytona 500.
It would be more if the race was before the World Cup.
I don't think so. It would not be.
Okay.
But
Could be more if IndyCar was on more ovals.
But yeah, it is an oval race. Oval races typically get better ratings. The last few races have had really good ratings. Great spot for IndyCar to be in. If only NASCAR could have signed a deal with some TV company that put all its races on a broadcast network. Would have been nice.
No, we can't
No,
do that.
we get 8 races a year on broadcast.
Now, think about how much money we'd lose.
Yeah, come on. Think about the investors here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyways,
man.
some other racing that happened on Friday, the ARCA Menard Series raced at Chicagoland. Luke might have been there, but no, he wasn't. What a larper.
So we
He didn't
were
even go to the
going
whole
to go.
weekend.
Yeah, no, we were going to. We showed up, and we were like, okay, hey, let's go look at everything. No joke. We get out of the car, we park, we walk out to the Chicagoland sign, and it starts pouring rain, absolutely pouring rain.
You need a weatherman like
and
me.
so
to
then
be
we
there.
hide. Then we hide under.
Oh,
like,
they had a
the,
weatherman if you were on Twitter.
Yes, if you were on Twitter and you saw the weatherman, that was with us. That dude was with us. He was hanging out with us.
I'm not on Twitter, so
Yeah, but if you're on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. That we took that right under the entryway tent. Then we actually went under the grandstands. It stopped raining about 30 minutes later, and I was like, "Do we want to stick around for practice and the race?" And the weatherman was like, "Yes," but his girlfriend and another girl that was hanging out with us, they said, "No, we want to go home." And I was like, "Fair enough." So we didn't stick around for everything. We went home after that, and we watched we watched. Did we? We watched it on TV. I think I watched half of it, got bored, and went to sleep. So
LARPer.
it's
Anyways.
Oh, no,
ARCA
you missed
at a
ARCA.
mile and a half. I saw that William
You didn't
Samoa
watch
trucked out. I
practice
laughed and I
even.
went to sleep.
Didn't even watch practice.
I wanted. It wasn't my decision. I would have
support.
watched practice, but it was not my decision. So I did watch practice, by the way. I did watch it when I got home.
SMH. Anyways, the ARCA race happened, and I gave it like a 4 out of 10. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good either. Connor Mosack won. Sounds like he might be in the wings for a RCR car in the O'Reilly
He
series.
sucks.
I don't know, bro. Or no,
Who else
It's
would they
Carson
put in
Brown.
that car?
Carson Brown? I don't know.
Yeah, Carson
Brown.
Brown, and then who else? I don't know. I mean,
Whatever.
Austin Hill's probably going to the
Carson
33,
Quapple.
and then who else? Why would you want Carson Quapple in that car?
Like, who's gonna
Wait,
be
are you
in
talking
the RCR
O'Reilly
is
or Cup?
potentially losing 2
O'Reilly.
guys. So,
They got
Yeah.
2 gaps to fill because Love is gone, and Hill's probably more than likely going to the 33 next year. So
God, please.
they
no,
got 2
please,
spots to
no.
fill. Sounds like Carson Brown's one of them. I don't know who else or the other one would be.
Yeah, I would say RCR is probably holding out hope that Alex Bowman gets dropped from Hendrick so that they can hire Bowman. That's the only reason why they haven't announced that Hill is in the 33 yet, I think. But anyways, the other thing I wanted to mention is Laney Bice got second place in that Spire car. I think we have a few female drivers here in the ARCA Menard series that actually look really good. Mia
It's
Lavelle.
so hard to tell with ARCA though. It's so hard to tell.
It's hard to tell, but like the way that Laney Bice actually looks, she doesn't look like she's like running 5th to 10th. Like that's where Haley Deegan was running. That's where Tony Breidinger was running. She's actually battling for wins already, and she's not even full time. She splits the car with another female driver who also looks pretty good. But I'd say Laney Bice looks a little bit better at this point. We'll see what happens. But yeah, watch out, I guess, for these people. And other than that, we had motocross at Redbud Raceway on July 4th. I did watch this race during the middle of the day. Nothing else on. Aaron Plessinger went down really early with Hayden Deegan and got walked off the race, did not return. Really unfortunate for him because he's been doing really well lately. And then Hunter Lawrence ran down Jet Lawrence late, but then stalled his bike on the final lap, which gave the win back to Jet Lawrence. And I thought, man, that just sucks, and it's never going to happen again. But then in the second race, Jet Lawrence went down twice early in the race and allowed Hunter to win after passing Mr. Prado late in that race. Yeah, Supercross is good, and I like Supercross. But Tate hates it for some reason.
I do.
I hate fun. That's Tate. He hates fun.
I hate Supercross.
I don't love motocross, but Supercross is peak. I'm not a
I
big
think
motocross.
I think motocross has been a lot better this year to watch, though.
That's the thing. I haven't watched any motocross this year.
Yeah.
So.
It's anyways. And the final racing I wanted to mention that happened was F2 at Silverstone, and Nicholas Solov won again. Absolutely crazy. This guy's like on a massive winning streak, and it sounds like he might have an opportunity to Formula One if some of the rumors are true. But other than that,
where's Colton?
That is all for races that happened this last week.
Where's Colton Herta?
True.
He is
Come
suffering.
back to America, Colton. We miss you.
Colton Herta is suffering a lot. His teammates aren't even doing good. I don't think his team is very good. Even though it's a spec series, it's like IndyCar, where it's like, the team
still a
matters.
hierarchy.
Well, it's like Rick Ware. It's like, yeah, they might have the same body as Hendrick, but they don't have the same engine.
Yeah.
And they
I mean,
suck.
Cadillac F1 already said they're going to judge
the
Colton
Mechachrome
Herta off how well he
lottery.
does in the FP1 practices this year. And that's going to be the deciding factor in if he gets to replace one of the drivers at Cadillac next year. Which I don't even think he's going to be bad if he goes to F1. That's the thing. It's just the Cadillac cars
The
are
thing with
so
F1,
horrible.
the thing with Formula One is it's so car dependent, and it's why I can't. It's why I just cannot get into it. It really has so little to do with who's driving the car. Every now and then you'll see these sparks of generational drivers. I think we've got one with Verstappen. I think we had one with Hamilton, but very rarely is it about who's driving the car, and it's just what car do you have, and it's just why I cannot get into F1. So
Yeah. Well, I think it is now time to move on to our breaking news. Do not have a lot of it this week, actually, other than some big news stories.
News is breaking.
Big news.
The first news is that IndyCar driver Louis Foster will make his Truck Series debut this week at Lime Rock in the 76 truck. I am sorry that you have to drive the 76 truck, but cool, man. Mr. Thomas Annunziata will drive the one Tricon truck and at Lime Rock 2. Got a nice looking paint scheme. Apparently this guy is a model and he looks like he's like mogging us in this picture. I
Don't worry.
as someone who's not
who's
not a big Tricon fan and does not care that much about Thomas Annunziata, that better be a diecast that's made. I need that thing in my collection so bad. Oh my god.
Well, he might win.
He might win. That is true.
Oh, good
He's
Lord,
not a bad
I'm
road
sorry.
course racer. I don't
Are
think
you
he's
just
that
not seeing it
great.
for the
Good.
first time, Tate?
He's yeah, this is my first time. He's a Trans Am driver, so I think decent shot.
I think he's running.
No, we all know who's winning this weekend. His name starts with a P and it ends with Archer Klickerman.
Okay, man.
Don't know who that
Mr.
is.
Lane Van Rigsbergen has something to say about that. But anyways, some more news. Marcus Armstrong has signed an extension with Meyer-Shank Racing to drive the 60 next year. That is the car that Felix Rosenqvist currently drives, but they will just swap numbers next year.
He's not winning.
One thing about WC is that Lamborghini is actually looking and listening to the top tier regulations for 2030 for WC. I saw some people in the comments of this saying, looking and listening is the same thing as like just doing nothing. Like Lamborghini just doesn't have the budget really. I would say that this is probably in the single digits % chance of actually happening for Lamborghini to actually make a comeback into endurance racing, but we'll see.
Tate is looking and listening.
Now, the biggest
I am very
news,
looking and listening.
The biggest news of the week.
What? What is
Arrow McLaren has announced their driver lineup for IndyCar next year.
Oh my
and
gosh.
These are some shocking changes. First of all, Pat O'Ward, this weekend's winner, is back. And second of all, the first person to be announced was, in fact, Scott Dixon, leaving his 25, I think, year run with Chip Ganassi Racing.
Yeah, we did.
He is older than all of us at Chip Ganassi Racing, I think. Unless
said
Luke is
that last week.
I'm 35.
All right. Anyways, we know.
Wait, we did talk about this.
2 years old. I'm old.
Anyways, Scott Dixon driving
Arrow
McLaren next year, and Felix Rosenqvist, your Indy 500 winner. They have gone all chips on the table for an Indy 500 win with this driver lineup. You got Ryan Hunter-Reay in the fourth car for Indy 500. You got Scott Dixon, past Indy 500 champion, and Felix Rosenqvist, this year's
Damn.
Indy 500 champion. Pat O'Ward, a second place finish in 2024. It's a big, big lineup. And Tony Kanaan said it in David Land's YouTube video. He said, I choose between now success versus, yeah. I think it's generally a good move for all these parties involved. I think Eric McLaren's on the up and up. And same with Scott Dixon. I think he's been relegated to the he's not the top dog at Chip Ganassi anymore, as more of the Pelot show over there. So
I think Dixon
Yeah.
did this move for two reasons. One, I think he wants another Indy 500. I think he only has one, 2008. Correct me if I'm wrong there.
Yeah.
I think he won
Um,
2020. No, he didn't.
No,
That's
that was Sato.
And two, it sounds like there's rumblings that he's going to be in the hypercar at Daytona. So I think those are the two reasons that this happened. But I think it's primarily I think Dixon knows his championship days are behind him. And at this point, he's just chasing 500s. So,
Yeah. And another thing I want to mention is that IndyCar has a new car coming in 2028, supposedly. Scott Dixon is the only guy, I think, in IndyCar that has any experience with developing a new car. So maybe Graham Rahal does
This
too.
is what happens when you run the same car for like 12 years.
It's been more than 12 years.
So just getting acclimated to a new car, I think Scott Dixon probably has the upper hand, even though he's the oldest guy, been there forever. It's still an advantage to have him on the team. Let's go next to Formula One is bringing back the Bahrain Grand Prix this year for October 4th. We'll see if that actually happens. I'm still doubtful. They're supposedly doing like a Middle East like triple
Comeback.
header, basically with Saudi, Bahrain, and Qatar all like weeks, like 1 week apart, I guess. Like
We're all
for
going.
of them, but we'll see what actually happens with that.
I'd watch the
I'm
race
still
if it was
very,
on the
very
outer layout.
doubtful. What?
I'd watch the race if it was on the outer layout.
Yeah.
That race was peak, and it's the only good thing Formula One has done in like the last 20 years. Keep
We'll
in mind,
see, we'll
or
see.
forget the fact that it almost killed Roman Grosjean. Like,
No,
Other than
that
that-
was the normal Bahrain Grand Prix.
oh, that was
That
the
was
Bahrain race, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay, never
that
mind,
the
yeah.
outer layout was secure.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, secure, yeah.
I actually just watched the highlights of that race the other day because I was interested. But yeah,
Keep in mind that Formula One goes to the racetrack that somewhat resembles an oval, and it's one of the best shows they've ever put on.
if NASCAR ever
Just-
goes to the
just
Middle East,
saying.
it has to be that secure layout.
Oh my God, that secure layout with NASCAR would feed families.
It would.
I think it's getting added to iRacing soon, and that is the first thing I'm doing is taking probably the truck there, because again it would feed.
That's got that little chicane that's like super awesome to like watch the cars go through. I think NASCAR would be awesome to watch, and it's got big straightaways too. So, yeah.
And
Anyways.
Sergio Perez won.
Mobile
From
one.
20th on the not 20th on the grid, but he was in 20th at some point
In the Racing Point.
in the best looking Formula One car.
One
at
of
the best.
Anyways,
that car's beautiful.
some
Gorgeous.
TV ratings for this week. Mid-Ohio IndyCar scored an average of 1.344 million viewers. That is up 73% over the race last year. All due to World Cup being after the race this time. It's a little bit higher for Road America because the World Cup was before the IndyCar race and then another game after. So I'm assuming all the bars just left the TV on Fox. But this one was before the World Cup, so still a good rating. And I'm very excited, as I said, to see what happens for Nashville right after the World Cup final. It's a very, 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 very big day for IndyCar fans. Something that's okay, I guess. TNT averaged 2.1 million viewers for Sunday's race at Chicagoland. I don't know what the rating was in 2019 when that race was on NBCSN, but it was also a rain-delayed race, so I don't know.
Just going off like the past couple of weekends, that seems like a good number.
It seems fine.
Seems like we've kind of been stuck in like the 1.5 to 1.8 mil or something.
We're definitely
breaking the 2
better
million
than
seemed like a
last
good
year.
thing. Yes.
So
Better than
I think-
last year and better
I think
than
TNT did a little bit
past
better
couple
job of
weeks.
marketing themselves this year too. So
TNT
last year
in
was like
general has just been
1.6 million for Atlanta, and this year we had 1.8 million, I think, for Sonoma, a road course. He's typically lower than an oval race, and
Yeah, normally takes a hit.
so
Atlanta
I'm excited
viewership
to
could be
see what
very good
Atlanta
this
brings
week.
this week. But
Yeah,
hopefully, I think is it a Sunday night or Saturday night race again?
it's Sunday night. I think the only
Okay.
Saturday races from here on out are at Bristol.
No, we have Richmond and Daytona.
I forgot about Daytona. I thought Richmond was a Sunday night though.
It's Saturday. I
Is it
actually looked
Saturday?
at it.
Okay, all right. I forgot about Daytona, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the final news that Luke put in today, Goodwood Racing is coming to United States.
Base.
Do you, in fact, know where this is happening, Luke?
No,
Willow Springs.
I looked in the
website.
because so this happened. I believe we were talking about Formula One, and I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." I looked in the replies, nothing, absolutely no information. But it's coming to America.
Well, I looked at the
So-
website. They're doing it at Willow Springs.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
That
that's
seems
actually
fitting.
a really good spot for it.
That's very fitting for Goodwood.
I mean,
I was
think
gonna
they
say
should've done it at
Sebring.
but-
I was gonna say Sebring, but
I also
Willow
was
Springs
thinking
actually looks
VIR
better.
would be a good one. I don't like VIR, but that seems like a very, very good wood spot. But I think Willow Springs makes the best sense. I think.
Yeah.
I also saw
I
this
do-
week that didn't really warrant a news thing in here, but IMSA is tearing down a hillside. Well, not tearing down, but they're clearing a forest patch for a new parking lot at Road Atlanta because attendance has been so strong recently there. So,
Road Atlanta or Road America?
Yep. Road Atlanta.
Okay, all right.
So
I have to get down there. I was talking
Petit
to a friend.
Lamar, the
Yeah, I was
place
talking to
to
a friend
be.
at Chicago and he said he went to Petit a couple of years ago, and he said it's fantastic in person. So
I would love.
I want to
at
get
that
down
race.
there at some point.
I would love to be at Petit Lamar. Anyways, short news segment this week, but some big news as well. One more thing I do want to mention. Big rumors about where Max Verstappen might be next year in F1. Some say he might retire. Some say he's going to McLaren. I don't know which one. I think McLaren probably makes most sense, honestly, because they have the WEC program, and Max really likes sports car racing. So that's probably
I
going
want
to
him
be
out
a
of
huge
Formula
draw
One.
for
Go
him.
put him in a race car where he can show off his talent, please.
NASCAR.
I think putting him in that new McLaren hypercar is going to be awesome. Would be awesome. But it would mean that Connor Silligan, Mr. Red Bull racing guy, Max Verstappen, would have to part ways. But, whatever.
All I'm saying is Max Verstappen at the Rolex would be the greatest thing that's ever happened. Give
Greatest
it like
thing
2 or
since
3
sliced
years.
bread.
Wait till the new hypercar stuff comes out and McLaren brings a car to
If
Daytona.
if
and Max
McLaren
Verstappen
can
is piloting
score,
it. That
if
would be
McLaren can
beautiful.
score Max Verstappen, I think it's a no-brainer for McLaren to come over and do Rolex 24 because they were like, we'll see how well the hypercar program, but maybe 2028, maybe 2029. I think it's a no-brainer if Max Verstappen does it.
I think once the new regulations come out, I think for sure they will bring a car, but who knows if Max comes over, they could do it earlier.
The new regulations don't really affect McLaren because they were already not doing an all-wheel drive car. So,
Okay.
I think they probably were told about these regulations before they decided to do it, but it just doesn't make any sense, in my opinion, to do 3 years of racing with this car and then develop a whole new car. Because Toyota's actually really upset right now because their cars are all-wheel drive, and they're trying to develop a hydrogen car that is all-wheel drive. And in order to meet these new regulations for 2030, they have to build an entirely new car, and that just means that they're trying to spread their, stuff super thin to do both the hydrogen and the regular car, just to build a whole new car, even when it's not really that big of a difference. So, but I do think it'll make BOP a little bit easier, all the series, and you could just straight up throw in a WC car into IMSA or an IMSA car into WC with absolutely.
I think that's the biggest thing. It's going to be
so.
It's pretty interchangeable right now, but it's going to be even more so.
Yeah. So, very exciting for the future of sports car racing. Yeah. Anyways, I think it's time for Luke's Power Rankings.
Back after, I think it's been a couple weeks. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I mentioned this before. I always keep up with him. Whether or not I'm on the podcast, whether or not I'm doing the episode, I always keep up with the power rankings. So, yeah, back once again. Despite the fact that he is not running a race this week, or not running the Cup race, I still have Corey Heim in the top 10. That's how impressive he's been. Or as an honorable mention, and also Austin Cindric, I believe, back-to-back 13th place finishes. So, right on the cut line there. William Byron, have him P10. Probably could go higher, but I didn't have him in the rankings. So, and again, I usually don't like to do more than 3 spots a week. So, Byron, he's had 3 of his last 4 races inside the top 12, 95 laps led in that range, and he's won at Atlanta twice. But he also has not finished inside the top 25 at Atlanta for the last 3 races there. So, could be a good racetrack for Byron, or could be a poor one. It's gone both ways for him since the reconfiguration. Dropping Chris Buescher back 3 spots to 9th. He's had 2 straight 15s or top 15s at Atlanta, but he's also had 2 finishes of 19th in a row this year. He did have 3 top 10s in a row before that. Thought he had speed at Chicago for the first half, and the car fell off second half. Really, once they had that tire issue, I don't know what happened, but that 17 was not the same after that. Chase Elliott down 2 spots to 8th place. He's a 2-time Atlanta winner, but since Texas, he is not. He's only finished top 10 once. He's got a couple top 15s in there, but he has 3 finishes outside of the top 20 since Texas, whereas he only has 1 top 10. So something's happened with Elliott, because they had really good speed, and now he went from running top 10 to now running top 15, and went from running top 10 consistently to running top 15 occasionally, and they've been off, to say the least. 7th, up 2 spots, is Christopher Bell. He's got back-to-back top 5s on the season, and he won this race he won an Atlanta race in 2025. Since then, no, he's finished 20th or worse, and of those 2 top 5s that he's had in the last 2 weeks, he's only led 1 singular lap in both those. So while he's been fast, not quite race winning speed. Thought he may have had it on Sunday, but it would have been late. It would not have been outright domination like someone like William Byron had. Chase Briscoe also up 2 spots into the 6th position. He was your Chicagoland winner. He's finished 2nd the last 2 weeks, and finished 2nd at Atlanta in the spring as well. However, with that being said, that was his first top 15 at Atlanta since the repave, or since the first race of the repave He has a 22.667 average finish at the repaved Atlanta, and again, only 2 top 15s in that point in that span. I believe he finished 14th or 15th in the first Atlanta race, and then second in the most recent one. 5th place, Ty Gibbs going to drop a spot here. Back-to-back top 8s for him, so that's good run. But again, it seems like Hamlin, Bell, and Briscoe have all had kind of race-winning speed, and Gibbs has just kind of been 10th consistently. Now, as Bell and Briscoe have had struggles, Gibbs is top 10 consistently. So that's why he's up here so high. And also 2 of his last 3 Atlanta races have been outside the top 30. And the only one that wasn't outside the top 30 was last year's summer race, in which there were like 20 cars at the end of the race, and he finished 14th. So not the most promising results for Gibbs at Atlanta, but it is a super speedway. Anyone can win this race. Dropping Tyler Reddick back a spot. Not that they did anything wrong. He was fine on Sunday. I don't think he was. I think Bubba had the better car, but I mean, he was top 5, top 10 car. But the radiator issues came, and I'm going to drop him down a spot. Again, nothing really he did wrong. He won Atlanta in the spring, so he's got that going for him. But 4 of his last 5 races have been 25th or worse, and 3 straight finishes of 25th or worse for Tyler Reddick. So kind of falling back a little bit. 3rd place, I've got Ryan Blaney, moving him up 2 spots. 7 of his last 8 Atlanta races, have been top 10s, and he's got 7 straight top 10s on the year. I try to do a negative and a positive for everybody. Genuinely, the only negative thing I could come up with Ryan Blaney is the fact that he's driving a Penske car. That's it.
So true.
That's all I got for Ryan Blaney. I'd honestly say it. I would say he is. I would put him as the 2nd best driver in the sport right now, and he is held back significantly by a Penske car. Kyle Larson, I got 2nd. Didn't move him. Considered it, but I don't think Ryan Blaney moving up to 2nd is fair when he's not really race winning capable. And again, I don't think that's his fault. I think that's the fact that he's in a Penske car. This is the 5th race in a row Kyle Larson has shown top 5 speed, but he got loose, self-spun. So didn't finish where he should have, but they do have speed. He is by far the Hendrick car I feel the best about right now. The last 2 Atlanta finishes have been outside the top 15, so obviously it's a plate race. Kyle Larson's openly stated how much he hates these things, so we'll see where he finishes. He could win, doubt it. He could get wrecked out, finish outside the top 30, probably more likely. And Denny Hamlin sits atop the point standing, sits atop the power rankings. Didn't move him. And like Blaney, I couldn't think of anything negative with Denny Hamlin, but he drives a Joe Gibbs car, so I didn't put anything negative. 5 of his last 7 finishes have been top 3, and he extends his points lead. We're heading to a plate race. Denny Hamlin doesn't like those, I guess, is about all you can say for this one. Hamlin, though, he's going to be strong. He's going to run well, probably finish well. Probably won't finish well because we're at a plate track, but he's going to be strong and run well. Again, I said Blaney was probably the 2nd best driver in the sport right now. I think Denny Hamlin is top dog of the sport. I don't think it's close either. Again, he has so many top 3s, top 5s this year. Christopher Bell mentioned that all the Toyotas are really strong this year, and that everyone's kind of fighting for who can win them. Right now, the guy who can win them consistently is Denny Hamlin. So that's the power rankings. Not too surprising. I'd say we kind of have grouped everybody together. I think Denny Hamlin is on a step alone. Kyle Larson to Tyler Reddick are kind of pretty close, like this top 5. And I would say Ty Gibbs, Chase Briscoe, and Christopher Bell, like these guys who are consistently running top 10. And then Chase Elliott, Chris Buescher, and William Byron are kind of further back. But I would say Byron's moving up. He's having more consistent top 5 runs. And kind of really Buescher and Elliott are like top 15 to top 10 consistently. And I think you can throw the honorable mention guys in there as well with them. But yeah, that's the power rankings. We'll see where they land up after Atlanta. I don't like changing too much based on plate races. But we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Luke. Now it is our next segment of Next for Motorsports.
Yes, next
Nothing.
week.
It's all over.
No, there's actually a lot.
Wow, such a nerd. Anyways, we've got NASCAR at Atlanta. Yes. Finally. Awesome track.
The best super
O'Reilly
speedway.
and Cup Series. Then we've also got Truck Series at Lime Rock Park with ARCA. Yay! Even though our race is gonna suck. But
Slightly
Lime
less
Rock seems like the best
enthusiastic.
race track in the entire world to actually go watch a racetrack at. As we
It
said a few weeks ago,
looks
They're-
great.
they have free access with a general admission ticket to the Truck Series garages or
That's
the trucks
awesome.
area. They've also got an absolutely stacked weekend. They got ARCA trucks and they've got USF Pro 2000 and probably something else. So
I think we need to go to Lime Rock.
quite a lot of racing going on at Lime Rock Park. Tickets are not that expensive for the weekend. Awesome.
Can you take me, Tate?
Yeah.
Yes. Where's
We've also got IMSA at Canadian Tire. I think this is just LMP2 and GT, but I could be wrong about that.
That's what they did last year. I think that's what it is.
I'll have to look. I haven't
PIR
seen
had
anything.
LMP2
If anyone can
and
fact check me on
GTD.
that.
My fact source
I
is
am.
Nathan Kiani on Twitter.
Yeah.
Grok?
Because he whines about it sometimes.
Yeah. Anyways, then we got WEC at Brazil, Sao Paulo, 6 hours. That should be a race that you need to watch this Sunday. I think it's also on TNT this weekend too.
Brazil.
Should lead into the NASCAR Cup race. So big weekend for Watch Motorsports on TNT.
On TNT. That's a very big crowd. I'm glad they get their time.
Yeah. And other than that, we've got High Limit Fremont on Monday and Slinger Nationals on Monday and Tuesday. I think we've got a few Cup Series drivers in there. I know Carson Hocevar for sure. I think Chase Elliott is also going to be in there. I'm not entirely sure about that one, but I would say most likely Eric Jones, some other guys that normally do these late model races. But yeah, both those are on Flow Racing if you're interested at all. So
I would really love to go to Slinger, but I don't think I'm going to make it
I
work.
would love to too. Anyways, I think I forgot to read off the entry lists for stuff. So why don't I do that as we pick Truck Series? Who's going to win at Lime Rock? We've got Thomas Annunziata in the 1 truck, Jackson Lee in the 2, Graham Doyle in the 5 truck for Tricon, Connor Mosak in the 7, and let's see as we get on the list. Colin Brown in the 25 for Ram. He's got a second start for Ram this year. Ben Mayer in the 42. He's been pretty good at in the ARCA series. Who else? Parker Klickerman in the 77. And that is it. So, who will win the truck race at Lime Rock Park?
This is Lane Riggs' race to lose.
It is definitely Lane Riggs' race to lose. I'm picking Lane Riggs too. But you will see.
No No, Corey Heim.
The Corey.
Oh, I want to do it.
I think
To be different, I'm gonna do it. I think Parker Kligerman wins. I'm not
Thomas
confident. I'm not
Annunziata.
confident in this pick, but I think he's going to run well. He's in a good truck. This is a good truck. He has shown speed at road courses before. His last NASCAR win should have been in a road course, but it wasn't.
I
Thanks
was
NASCAR.
there.
Oh yeah, I forgot Louis Foster at the 76 too.
You already brought that up.
I know, but I didn't say it now.
I think it's going to be between Riggs and Kligerman for the win.
Thomas
Really?
Annunziata, baby.
I don't think Annunziata will run top 10.
He's in a Tricon truck though.
He's
he's
in
in
a
a Tricon
Tricon
truck,
truck.
yes.
He's a Trans Am racer. Like this is his.
I think he's also
This
doing
is
the ARCA
his
race
year.
too. So it's gonna be
This is his
Lane
best
Riggs,
chance.
Parker Kligerman, Caden Honeycutt, and Thomas Annunziata. Those are guys. I don't know much about Graham Doyle. I think he's a Lamborghini Insta driver, so he might do pretty good too. We'll see.
It's gonna be a good one.
We'll have to see after practice. They get a full session of practice as per the rules this year on Track Series. So we'll have to see what happens after that. Next, we'll go to O'Reilly at Atlanta. We've got 38 cars, a full field. Carson Caldwell finally back in the 1 this week. Surprised anyone. Jake Finch, interesting one, is driving the 9 for Junior Motorsports. I haven't heard much about him, but I think they talked about this. They talked about him getting a chance.
Anderson's in the 32.
Oh, that changes everything.
Oh.
Oh yeah. We are free, Quapple Bros. Quapple Bros. We are finally free. Every single race for the rest of the season is gonna be in the 1 car. So it's looking real good.
Is Carruth in the 88 from here on out too?
And Nick Sanchez.
I think there still needs a bit more time. I think there's still a few more races. So
if he's not in it the rest of the year, I think he only has 1 race in the 32 left. But
I'm
pretty sure
it's almost over for Raja, though.
Yeah,
almost over. This is a big race. I don't know. This is gonna be a tough one because Sheldon Creed won the last one. Austin Hill still looked like the best guy.
Carson Quapple. Remember
honestly,
how
I
good
like
he
the
was
pick.
doing?
I honestly
remember
like this
how
pick.
good he was doing before Corey Day just showed up and killed him.
I think Quapple.
He almost won last year. It's Atlanta's
I think
one
with
of his
this
better
race,
tracks.
you can pick anybody, and it's probably a good pick.
Yeah, I think Atlanta's probably
maybe
one of his
besides
better
Leland
tracks.
Honeyman Jr.
With that being said, I'm going to be boring, and I'm going to pick Austin Hill to win.
Shut up.
Y'all
Shut
are
up.
missing out on Parker Retzlaff.
I do like Parker.
Come on, Luke. You could have done Parker Retzlaff.
I could have. In fact, you know what? I am going to do Parker Retzlaff.
Oh.
Yeah, I am going to do Parker.
We're all
Retzlaff.
denial that Austin Hill will eventually win, but
Stolen.
I'm actually going to be.
My head says
again.
Hill. My heart says Retzlaff.
I'm going to be special.
When
I'm
have
going
I
to
ever
say
listened
Nick
to my head?
Sanchez driving part-time in that 87 car will win this weekend.
Absolutely
Sanchez would be cool.
not.
I wouldn't say no. But I would also say watch out for Brent Cruz. This is his first super speedway race, Brent Cruz.
Brent Cruz is going to eat the catchments.
Yeah, we need to watch out for him flying. That's when we need to watch out.
That's what I said. I said
watch out for Brent Cruz.
The fans watching in the stands better watch out.
Yeah.
All 20 of them.
It's Atlanta. Come on now.
There should be.
The O'Reilly race has been empty for all these.
But it's
I wonder why.
Well, all 20 fans better watch out.
Yeah.
Man, it's almost like
I
it's
think
a
Jordan
support
Anderson
race.
will do something.
I think
Jordan
NASCAR
Anderson
should
probably
fly
going to
us
rain.
out.
So
Fly us out, NASCAR. We can be there.
Exactly.
It's probably going to end up raining anyways, so screwed. Anyways, so
what does the weather look like? I haven't even looked.
It's pop-up showers, so
of course it is.
What day is the race on? July 12th?
Hampton, Georgia.
It's July
Rain,
11th.
rain. Holy moly.
Sunday is
raining until
absolutely
Tuesday.
cooked. Sunday is absolutely cooked. Anyways, Saturday doesn't look as bad, to be honest. But Sunday is absolutely, completely gone. There's no chance.
I mean, and
it will
the weather app
happen.
I'm
It's
using
just
is
gonna
not
be.
accurate,
It's just gonna be really late, if at all.
the thing is, it never gives about 40% chance, but it is raining.
It's
There's
all
at least a
pop-ups.
10% chance from 6 a.m. through the night. So
It's all pop-ups. So
Jesse
it's gonna
Love
be
is
like
winning at
we're gonna go under
Atlanta.
lightning delay.
That's my
which
pick.
means that we need to get the cars on track and get that vortex theory going.
True. Which also means we're probably going to have a fantastic race until they have the massive one because there's going to be a threat of rain the whole time. So,
Was it 2023?
Yeah.
The summer race?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And
Until
last
they
year too.
rained
Last
it.
year they crashed because there was this threat of rain. It just ended up not hitting.
No, it did hit. No, there was a.
I know there was, but that was like before they crashed though. The crash happened right after the rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because me and my dad ended up going back to the car for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because of the rain.
So, who will win the cup race? We have everyone normal and Chad Fincham.
SV, did you pick?
I picked Jesse Love.
Just okay, all right.
We have Chad Fincham and
he's winning.
The other guy?
He's winning.
It says 38 cars, but BJ McLeod.
BJ.
So Chad Fincham and BJ McLeod, the only two extras in the Cup Series. Who is winning the Cup race? I feel like this is a toss at a dartboard. Where's my random number generator?
Yeah.
I mean,
your top three last year was Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Alex Bowman. I mean, at times last year, it looked like the win was going to be between Riley Herbst and Zane Smith. So,
who knows? Maybe Blaney could.
As you're not going to believe this, my random number generator pulled
pick 5.
48.
Pick 5. Oh,
48.
Wrong entry card.
I mean,
let's see what the second number pulls. But
probably 67.
Alex Bowman is not a bad pick. He's on a little bit of a hot streak lately.
It's Atlanta.
The second pick, it's 60.
60.
Not a bad pick. Random number generator hitting hard.
To be fair, if I was gonna pick a Roush driver, I think Priest would be the last person I picked. I like Chris's and I like Brad Keselowski's super speedway game more.
I like Brad's more.
Yeah.
We'll see how well they are because in the spring race the RFK cars were just not good. They were like tight the whole time. So
I think they're better at the nighttime.
And I hope so.
I hope so too.
The race is at like 1. Oh wait, no. That's 6.
We'll see if the random number generator's right. But I'm gonna pick rain to win the race.
True.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I picked Daniel Suarez then, since there's rain.
For real, I think, man, I really don't want this guy to win, but I just feel like it's coming. It's definitely coming, and that is Austin Cindric.
I hate that you're probably right. I don't know. I don't think Atlanta suits him as well as normal plate races.
Penske slop is about to take full force.
Here's the thing with Penske slop. Penske slop works fantastic until we get with 20 to go and Joey Logano was in third and oh my god, I cannot be in third. I have to go win this race. And he makes a stupid move and wrecks 27 people.
That's like every super speedway race.
Yeah, but this is Atlanta where like you can kind of aero block everyone.
The thing is though, like I have not been impressed. Like, what did Penske do in the spring? Did they do anything in the spring?
I don't remember.
I don't remember them doing anything in the spring. Because I know they did nothing at the 500. They did absolutely nothing at Daytona. I don't remember them at Talladega. And I don't remember them in the spring.
Yeah.
I do not see. I don't see it from Penske.
Um,
If they crash,
Well-
Brad's probably going to be involved.
That's probably true.
let's see. I just pulled up the race. So when SVG spun off the nose of Mr. Larson, Blaney was running 4th at the time.
Okay.
So I don't know where Joey Logano was, but yeah.
I mean, I know like last year's race,
Oh yeah,
they
Joey Logano was up there
dominated
too. He
stage
just
one.
wasn't
They
doing-
absolutely dominated stage one.
Yeah, I
And
know
then they
that.
got, I think they had to pit, so they went to the back, and then they got caught up in the big one. And I really don't think they've done anything of significance.
Near the end of the race, with 15 to go, Blaney was 5th. Austin Cindric was 2nd. So I just don't think they were
but
dominant.
they weren't
That's
working
the only
together. Is
difference.
the thing.
Bell was leading most of the race. Bubba Wallace was leading most of the race. Reddick was leading a little bit. Yeah. We'll see.
I mean, really, like if we take away Ryan Blaney's win at Daytona, I don't think Penske has done anything of significance at plate races since last year's spring race.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just mean working together. Like, sure, they may have led some laps here, but they have not.
Yeah.
They have not worked together ever since last year's spring or fall Atlanta or summer Atlanta race.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I'm still gonna stick to it, Mr. Cindric, mostly because it's just everything I don't want to happen in the chase right now.
Probably
I
true.
really don't want Austin Cindric to do good, and he's probably gonna do good. So, yeah.
Penske won't work together, but Joey and Brad will.
So what's everyone's
Joey
pick
and
again?
Brad.
They're so
They
good
hate each
together,
other.
even with Penske.
Very true.
Yeah, exactly.
So who's everyone's picks again?
Who
Got
are you picking,
Cindric.
Tate?
Hocevar.
I like that pick.
That's for the catch fences.
What about
That
you?
He hasn't
Tate?
DNF'd yet. It's been too clean.
It's a good point. He has not
Suarez.
DNF'd
No,
yet.
there's some really good
Suarez.
Zane Smith, Carson Hocevar beef on Twitter right now. Those
see that.
For
Hocevar
some
fans,
reason.
bro. Those Hocevar fans, bro.
They're like Cletus fans.
Dude, the
There-
Hocevar
That's how you
fans
don't
are
even compare them.
ruthless.
Don't even compare the two. I tweeted it a couple weeks ago, dude.
A popular
Carson
driver finally shows personality, and Chase Elliott fans are beat. They're beat. Like, I
They
hate
got
Chase
nothing,
Elliott
man.
because his fans, like, are stupid and he is nothing but, like,
Oh yeah. The Hocevar
Man.
fans are ruthless. They
I
cannot take
tweeted
anything.
a couple weeks ago, man. I love Carson. I think he's great. But dude, his fan base honestly makes me not even want to like the guy.
That's what I'm saying.
And,
I'm like,
you know what? And you know
Oh
what?
my-
His fans came after me. They touched him. Yeah. It's like, dude, you're not helping the case. You're not helping your case in the slightest.
that's what I'm
man.
saying. Like
His fan
that's
base
her
is
Twitter.
horrible. They are
By all-
NASCAR
genuinely
Twitter
horrible.
needs another peace treaty.
When was the first?
We need the peace treaty.
I forgot about the peace treaty. Oh my god.
by all metrics, I should be a Carson Hocevar hater, but yet I still.
I agree.
I
I'm right
can't
there
hate
with
on
you.
him.
I should
I
hate
can't.
Carson Hocevar, but I cannot do it.
That's how
But
I
I
feel,
can't
bro.
do it.
He's a
I
perfect
can't
like
do it.
anti-hero.
But
The thing
the only
is-
thing that drives me not to like him at this point
It's
is
the
his
fan
fans.
base.
True.
Like,
So true.
I have been a proponent of loving clean drivers. My favorite driver was Jeff Gordon. Aside from that one moment, pretty clean his entire life. Then it's Chris Buescher right
I'm
after
done
that.
being nice. It's time to go
And
crazy.
it's like, oh, who's like one of your favorites other than RFK? Oh, Carson Hocevar. Doesn't fit the narrative in the slightest.
You
No, the thing
tweeted
is, for
about
me with
that,
Carson, I
Tate.
feel I did.
Oh, you can't read it. But it said peace treaty like 30 minutes ago.
I did.
That's funny. I need to retweet that. That's funny. With that being
yeah.
said, over
The
the
thing is with
weekend,
Carson Hocevar, he feels like if a normal person like you or me actually became a race car driver.
I realized it a couple months ago when Speed Racer came out in theaters, and I was like,
did like the
I was
whole,
like, man,
like,
I've
thing.
really like every time I watch that movie, I think, gosh, I want to be a race car driver so bad. I want to be a race car driver so bad. And I realized in that moment when I was watching Speed Racer in theaters, I was like, Carson Hocevar is living out what would happen if I was a race car driver, or if you were a race car driver, or if we were a race car driver. That is Carson Hocevar. He is one of the few people who I think genuinely love the sport and are like most people do love NASCAR, but it's like they don't love NASCAR.
He feels
they
like
love
if
being,
a fan
they love
was
being
a
a NASCAR driver,
Yeah.
but they're not truly a fan of NASCAR. Carson Hocevar is one of those people. And it's like every time I see him race, and when I saw him win at Talladega, it's like that is what would happen if I would win. That's my picture.
Thanks.
That's peak. That's some peak diecast right there.
I have a signed 164 of the Jimmy Spencer car.
Base.
I got for $2 at an antique store.
So back to picks away from Carson Hocevar.
I'm sorry.
We this past week over at Chicago, we cooked out. It was pretty fun. I made some hamburgers, and do you know what I put on those hamburgers? I put some wonderful Heinz tomato ketchup on those burgers, just like Chris Buescher's car has Heinz tomato ketchup on it this weekend. Honestly, it's a plate race. You could pick anybody, so who else would I pick?
All right, man.
You should have drew the numbers.
You picked Carson Quapple. I'm doing the same thing.
You're right.
Drew the number with the tomato sauce.
I should have. That would have been funny, but they announced the Heinz sponsorship after I made the burgers.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would have.
You are a corporate shill.
And it works. RFK posted 4 people to Twitter. One of them was Ryan Priest. 2 of them were Kroger employees, and the other one was me and my friends. It works.
Consumerism, slob.
You are a consumer. The consumer, but with 2 O's.
It's like the all hail plankton. That's Luke.
Here's the thing. I didn't even buy. I bought the only thing I bought at the track that was RFK related was a Ryan Priest diecast, and that's because Ryan Priest was doing an autograph session in 5 minutes, and there was literally nobody there. And we'd also met him like an hour and a half earlier, so it was like funny. It's like, hey, we're gonna see him again. So that's the only thing I bought that was RFK related. What are you looking at over there, huh?
That I tweeted about the peace treaty.
Oh, you're looking at the piece. I do have people like that.
He's calling you sheep. That's what Tate's saying.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is about it for this week.
Mom found the jet fuel. What was that? Oh wait, that was like a week ago.
You don't know the Michael Waltrip jet fuel?
With his team, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I retweeted. There's a picture from the garage, the Michael Waltrip garage.
I'm just seeing it.
Yeah, Mom found the jet fuel.
Was that you who tweeted that? Because that was a good tweet.
They all look really embarrassed.
They looked like, oh no, something has just horribly
happened.
Mom
found the piss drawer.
Yeah.
Sounds like we need some kind of NASCAR Twitter peace treaty.
I guess, bro.
Guys, follow me on Twitter. I'm really funny.
Follow at etatboy_ on Twitter. He's very funny.
Oh, by the way, I know Tate's gonna hate this, but there is Supercross this weekend, this Saturday at Southwick Motorsports Park.
Man, when was the last NASCAR fight? It feels like forever. So true.
Yeah, I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
We're coming up to a bunch of short tracks. Don't worry, it's happening.
Okay, no, the problem is the fines, bro. Nobody's fighting.
Wait, but it's
been like
boys have
when Joey Logano sends
boys
his 6 wide at the turn.
Here's the thing. I saw NASCAR Chasm tweeted it, and it's true. Austin Hill and Shane Van Gisbergen are two they are big guys.
Well, that's what
We need to
Dale
watch
Jr.
a fight
said.
between them because it would be generational.
Big guy.
Except for the fact that Austin Hill is scared and he only wants to fight people who are like
Mike Snyder.
either Reddick and smaller.
Yeah. Had a sucker punch
God,
my
God, Chris Buescher should have punched that dude square in the face. God, he should have done that. That would have been so funny. Actually, would have been an assault charge, but I don't care. It would have been
The
funny.
pics of the race with the fireworks will feed generations. So true. Too.
That's true, and I haven't seen that many yet.
They didn't feed him.
Come on, guys. We've got to have a fight here soon. Like, seriously, we got North
need
Wilkesboro,
one. I mean,
you said when was the
Iowa,
last NASCAR
Richmond,
fight?
New Hampshire.
Yeah,
Come on.
when was the last NASCAR fight? The last one I can think of was at a racetrack that we go to in a week and a half.
Yeah.
Look,
That's me. That's me cooking hamburgers.
The last one I can think of that like any kind of contact was made was Chandler Smith and Cole Custer with a little smack. That's it. We are in a
When
drought.
was that?
Martinsville 24.
Okay.
Did we not
we are
have
in
a
a
fight
drought.
this last year at Martinsville?
I don't
Like, at
remember
all?
one.
I don't think so.
Man.
Kevin Magnuson should
Like,
have
we are
swung
in
on
a-
Noah.
We
I
are
mean,
in a ridiculous
what's
drought.
his name?
NASCAR has gone woke.
What's his name? Should have gone and fought like 3 people, but he didn't. Taylor Gray, but he didn't.
Yeah, exactly. I yelled at him in the stands.
Did he hear you?
I feel like our NASCAR fighting climate is a lot like our current social media climate where everyone just throws insults online and doesn't do anything in real life. Because that's pretty much what's going on with the Zane Smith and Carson Hocevar stuff, the Corey Hyman Carson Hocevar stuff, the SVG and Austin Hill stuff, the Ryan Priest versus the World stuff.
Throw some punches, please. And NASCAR, lower the fines. Get that one security guy and have him just stand like a bit further away from fights.
I really wish they.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. That's the thing. It's gonna happen because the chase
the moment they go to the
too
ground
much.
or something. It's like okay, then you. Can
When is the first knockout coming in NASCAR fights?
Never.
Do
you see who we have fighting each other?
Like, yeah, that's
the first knockout.
Guys are short.
The first knockout would have been if Chris Buescher threw a punch on pit road. That would have been the first knockout, but he didn't because he's too nice.
I've always wondered because when I watched your videos, like throughout the years, it's like, oh, there's never been like a knockout. I don't know. That just interests me a lot. Like nobody gets a good punch, I guess.
When Tyler Reddick wrecks Chris Buescher at Darlington for the 3rd time in September, that's when it happens. Tyler Reddick will snooze after
Tyler
that
Reddick's
one.
a good driver.
When Taylor Gray wrecks Carson Quapple again, oh boy.
First knockout.
Carson Quapple is never doing shit, bro.
Here's the thing. You have to find somebody. You have to find people that have history, and they have to have a large size disparity. Like Chris Buescher is the weakest Texan, and Tyler Reddick is the strongest Californian. It's perfect.
You got to get a good swing. You got to get a good angle. Just one. Doesn't even
Reddick's
take two. Just one.
Reddick could probably like pick up everyone. I don't know. He's got he's got 2 little kids now too. He's such a tiny little guy. But Reddick is never gonna fight anyone. He's never gonna do that.
No.
I mean, they like doing a lot of grappling.
He did once,
NASCAR
Cole
fights.
Custer.
Custer? When was that?
2019 at Kansas.
Ryan Priest could knock somebody out.
Oh, Ryan Priest would absolutely knock somebody out.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
like
we're rambling at this point, guys. We're padding
I'm kind of
time.
joking with Chris Buescher because I don't think it would happen. Ryan Priest would flatten somebody.
Yeah.
If given the chance. That dude's insane.
Ryan Priest would just he would get you on the ground and then go, hey, yeah.
Go off the top rope.
Yeah.
Top of the car.
The Gillette commercial where John Cena's like, Newman. Yeah, that's Ryan Priest.
When's Ryan Newman coming back again? I forgot. He was racing at North Wilkesboro. Okay.
What's he racing at Wilkesboro? Modified or what?
Truck.
25.
Oh, he's racing a truck? Really?
Yeah.
Ram truck, I'm guessing.
Oh, come on, please, Ryan Newman, kick someone's ass in the Truck Series. You have
Is he
nothing to
racing the Ram
lose.
truck? I'm guessing.
He really does
He
have
is,
nothing to
dude.
lose.
Okay.
He has.
He's gotta. I mean, Jimmy Johnson was literally talking about how much it was a shit show at San Diego. Like, Ryan Newman is the most stubborn guy ever. He's gotta do something. Come on.
When was the? Actually, never mind. The Boyer versus Newman fight wasn't a fight. That was just.
That was
Yeah.
Clint Boyer throwing as many punches as he could on Newman before Newman got out of the car.
And then he ran away.
That was 2019 All Star. It was either
Yeah.
19 or no, yeah, it was 19 because that was the last Charlotte All Star race.
Yeah.
Well,
Until
that's
next
fair.
year, come on, please make it happen.
We got exciting things coming up. Now let's leave.
We'll see you
All
guys
right.
on the next video. This is gonna come out on Friday probably. Super.
SV,
Alright,
make
bro.
shorts again. Make shorts, please.
Make shorts, bro.
Well, when it comes out on Thursday and Friday,
Make
I just-
slop.
Slop. We need slop. The people yearn for
Yes.
slop. How are we gonna grow without slop?
Exactly.
Yes, of course. All right, guys. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank
Bye.
you for watching.
Chris Buescher's winning.
No.